Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Jan Brothers in Canada. We are back with a new video, which is for tourist visa for spouse in Canada. And I mean, we also say it by the name TRV, temporary resident visa for spouse in Canada. I'm not sure how many of you must have heard that there is a new policy or a new announcement from the IRCC. So we'll be talking about it. I'll share the screenshot which I have captured about the news. So based on that news, we applied for a tourist visa for my fiance. So that's why you can see the title. It says before even getting married, we applied for her tourist visa and it got approved. So that's why we are here to share our journey. I mean, how much time it took. We have maintained a detailed timeline. What documents we submitted, right? We have a list of documents, how much we paid for. I prepared an invitation letter, so I'll be sharing the sample invitation letter. Of course, I have blurred some information. And of course, I have also shared a sample of bank certificate, which we were supposed to share as a proof of fund. And of course, we'll be sharing some tips which can help you in maybe expediting your application. So if you like this video, please do subscribe this channel. And of course, I'm going to prepare another video on this topic wherein I'll be sharing a step-by-step process. I'll create a dummy account like for how to apply for tourist visa, and will be the next video. Okay, so let's go ahead. Of course, we have discussed this, that the objective of this channel is we are just sharing our story. So whatever is happening with us, like in terms of immigration, what we are doing here in Canada. So we are just trying to share our journey, right? So, but jobs we are doing and everything, right? So as and when we are doing something which might help, I guess, fellow immigrants, I'm trying to make videos. And once again, we are not licensed immigrant consultants, so we are just sharing experience. So another thing which I want to talk about is that every scenario might be different. So you can take reference from our videos, but of course, if you have a different scenario, you need to make more, decisions accordingly. You need to do more research. And if you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section. I'll try to answer it as well. So this is the news which I was talking about. It came in May 2023. And that's why I applied it in June as well. So I mean, they like IRCC Minister, right? So they have announced that they are now processing faster TRVs, temporary resident visas, for spousal applications. And the best part is that I applied for my fiance, so we were not even married, and it got approved. So yes, so I think things have changed. So yes, that's why I've made this video. I'll share the link of this news in the description, so that in case you want to review it, you can. Okay, without wasting much time, let's proceed. So this is the detailed, I would say, this is the detailed timeline which I was talking about, right? So we applied for the application on June 11th, right? And then, same day itself, I got the confirmation. Since it was Sunday, I think that's why it took 5 days, but I have heard it's not even taking 2 or 3 days to get the client application summary. And the summary is just nothing, whatever you have filled in the information, it gives you a PDF of it for your reference. So on the same day, on 16th, I got a biometric collection letter that we were supposed to go. My fiance is supposed to go to VFS to give her fingerprints and photo. So she went there. I booked her appointment for the same day itself. And I guess they gave a date for 23rd or 21st of June. She went there on 21st, and then nothing else happened. So I got the biometric validation letter on 30th of June, as well as the passport request. So you can see that it not even took 20 days, right? And if I talk about after biometrics, I think her biometrics were done on 23rd of June. So it just took 7 days to, get the PPR after biometrics, right? So yeah, they are really doing things very fast. All you need to do is fill in your information correctly and as much information you can give, that will be helpful for them. So this screenshot is from the IRCC portal where we apply for tourist visa. It's a new portal, but we also keep a track of the application. There's another portal called as Application Status Tracker. I'll put both the links in the description, wherein it gives more details. Like I would say, just I kept on checking on both the trackers. Sometimes things were getting updated on this one, but not on that one. So I was checking simultaneously on both the trackers just to keep a track of it. I mean, almost it's same. You can see they received my application on 11th of June. And then I guess on 17th of June, they sent me, I guess the same thing right here, biometric collection letter. I think it's the time difference between India and Canada. And then on 30th of June, they sent me some information, which is here, original passport request. So we have submitted our passport, her passport, right? And it is now with IRCC, and she will get the passport, I think probably in a day or two, right? So you can see things were really fast. Okay, so what documents do we need? Of course, we need to provide the bank certificate for the proof of fund, but I'll start from the beginning. So there, I prepared two set of documents. One is from the sponsor, since I was the sponsor, so I have put my documents as well as her documents, who was the applicant. So I'll start with the sponsor document, my PR card, permanent resident card, both front and back, my current job offer letter, latest salary slips, bank certificate, proof of funds. So, I mean, of course, the proof of funds is required from the applicant, but I mean, I read a lot of, I would say, queries, I did a lot of research, but I found that if sponsor is showing their own funds, it gives more weightage, because now government will be ensured that, okay, even if the applicant has the enough funds, sponsor is taking the credibility to take care of the applicants' fees and everything, whatever cost they're gonna incur. Invitation letter. This is the most important document for tourist visa applications. I'll show you the sample which I created. So in our case, I have been I would say representative for her. So I applied for her application because she was new to this, I would say, process, but I already did my PR application, my parents' tourist visa. So I had the information. So that's why I applied for her. And that's why we have to submit a use of representative form, which is available on IRCC website, which just talks about that Ayushi, who is the main applicant, is giving me authorization to fill in the information and discuss everything about her case with the government. Of course, you need credit card to pay. So in total, I paid 185 Canadian dollars, $85 for biometrics and $100 for the tourist visa fees. If you have already done biometrics in the past, you might not have to pay this biometrics again. But in our case, I mean, it was her first application, so we had to pay biometric fees. So this was my documents, sponsors' documents. Now let's talk about the applicant's documents. Her passport, right? Front page, back page, and if in case the applicant has any travel history, you need to provide the stamps and everything. Her current job offer letter. Why? I mean, it shows the, I would say, commitment that she's working currently in India and she will go back to India after this temporary visit, because TRVs are for temporary visits, right? The latest offer letter, which we just talked about, in case, right? It's the same thing. National identity document, which is Aadhaar card. I mean, I have read again a couple of things that people were just submitting passport because it's again this national document, but I preferred to provide another identity just to be on a safer side. So I provided her passport as well as her Aadhaar card, because there are two sections on the document list. So that's why. Okay, this is again, I felt the important thing, proof of relationship. So normally, I would say in a spouse case, marriage certificate is the main proof of relationship. But in our case, we are still not married. We are getting married in November. So the only proof of relationship was for us was our WhatsApp communication, chats, and video call screenshots, right? So that's what we provided them. But in your case, if you're already married, then of course, marriage certificate should be provided. And if you have any marriage photographs available, then yes, provide as much information as you can, and it's going to help your application to expedite. Note, again, this is not a mandatory thing. I added an index because I would say I'm going to show you how I applied in step-by-step video instructions in my next video, which will show you what are the document, I would say, pages you have to upload. So there's no page for invitation letters. There's no page for job offer, right? So all this extra documents, we have to put it in a separate, I would say, place, which is called additional documents or optional documents. So you have to combine everything because it has to be one PDF with some limited sizes. So that's why I added an index which talk about that. Okay, on the first page is this, second, third, and fourth. So I think it might help the IRCC officer to navigate it well. So that's a tip, I would say. Okay, now let's talk about sample documents which I submitted. Invitation letter. So my suggestion and my recommendation is be honest in this letter. Do not fake it. Do not copy paste everything from your sample offer letter, sample invitation letters, because I mean, if you make it by your own, in your own words, it shows the, I would say, genuinity, right? I mean, so I took reference, of course, from other invitation letter, but I made this all in my own words. And of course, nothing fake. Be original, whatever your situation is. But the mandatory things are, you have to provide the applicant's name, passport number, address, phone number, tentative date of travel, the reason of travel, right? This thing is going to help you that the sponsor will be hosting her during her visit and bear all the expenses related to food, accommodation, and travel, including the airfare. I mean, this gives, I would say, some, satisfaction to the IRCC officer that someone is taking care of it, right? Additional information and commitment to return to India is that, okay, she's currently working. That's why we provided the offer letter. So she can't take more leaves, right? So that's why you can see the duration of travel was just 1 week. And we also mentioned that she's coming in September because there is a long weekend. So she can spend some time. And also we mentioned that we will be doing our pre-wedding shoot here in Canada. So 1 week is enough. And this long weekend will help me because I also need to apply for leave. So this long weekend will give me an extra leave as well. So, I mean, again, just try to be honest and just try to be genuine in this case, right? That's it. And then, of course, I tried providing more information. I mean, this shows the stability and maybe the financial conditions of the sponsor, right? Where I'm working, what's my salary, whom I'm living with, and some more details, right? So that this is, I would say, just take reference from this kind of sample letter, but do not copy paste anything, right? Take reference and make your own and show your honest reason of inviting your sponsor. Okay. Another thing I showed here is the sample bank certificate. I'm not sure what's the correct format, but I just went to CIBC where I'm banking with. And I asked them, can you give me the bank certificate? I showed $23,000. I think that's enough. There's no, I would say, criteria, or there's no limit how much you want to, how much you have to show it. But in our case, we didn't show any proof of funds from the applicant. I just showed mine, sponsor's one. So that's all we submitted as a proof of funds. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope it helps you. If you have any questions, you can put it in your comment section. I'm going to make another video, as I mentioned, wherein we'll be discussing about the step-by-step instructions. I'll make a dummy account. I'll prepare another video. If you have any suggestions, please put it in the comment section so that I can add into that video. If you like this video, please share and subscribe the channel and give a thumbs up to the video. If you have any suggestions, again, put it in the comment section. Okay, thank you and have a good day.